This is basically episode 1, the official episode 1 on Talk with the Cannon. I got the official Lace with Becky and my guy Kelsey. You want to say your Instagram?
At I am Yeti, IAMYET.
3 eyes.
3 eyes.
3 eyes.
3 eyes.
So, I initially met Becky, subsequently you two on the low, on the Baltimore tip. We was in the window looking, but on a serious note, at the radio station, we was doing an interview with Critique. Shout out to Critique. Critique Empire, powerful on our radio station. Got a chance to sit down with you for a light podcast episode, and it led over to like, we gotta definitely do something else again. We definitely gotta do something again, and just for the viewers, just let them know a little bit more about yourself.
So I'm a salon owner in Fells Point. I've been doing hair for about 8 years, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm more so just focused on my clients, not more about me. So I think when you go to my page, you don't really see me, but when you come in for your appointments, then you get to know who I am as a person.
The real Lace with Becky. For real.
And I think that's what makes clients continuously book, because it's like, okay, this person is not caught up about the hype of the internet. This person is just about who they are as a stylist. But I met her and I can connect with her, and I love who she is.
Yeah. And so basically, you basically have clients here in the Fells Point area, and people from all over who travel here specifically for you, because you really be putting them together.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your process.
So I have celebrity clientele, and then I also have, the working class female who is willing to go that extra mile on the cost because they know the service that they're going to get. So when you come into the shop, everything is always by appointment only. You cannot walk in and want to get service, because
by appointments only. By appointments only. You can't walk in the day of and say you need something together by Becky. Becky is not doing it.
Yeah. So, and the reason why I do that, I can't cut into someone else's time. I need to be able to service you and only you, so you have that one-on-one interaction with me.
For real.
Yeah. So you come in, we make sure the security's going good, doors are locked, shampoo, braid down, blowout, offer beverages, whatever you want. Music is playing, candles are on.
Do you do your own shampoos, or you have a shampoo?
I do my own. I do my own shampoos because I need to be able to connect with the person that I'm going to be servicing.
Oh yeah.
I cannot send you off to a shampoo girl, because if I send you off to a shampoo girl, it's more so like there's no personal connection. And the personal connection is what keeps people in your chair.
That's a key right there.
Yeah.
That's a big fact. You said the more hands-on time you have with your client is what builds that personal connection.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
That's a key. That's a key right there.
And then you offer them what they want to drink. In doing that, the person relaxes. So you have the aromatherapy going on with the candles or the essential oils, whatever makes them feel at home, but they're incorporating it in the shop. So that person will just feel at ease. That person, you just offer them a sense of peace, something that they may not be getting at home, but you wouldn't know that. So when they come into the service, you have to offer that, and that's what keeps them.
So you basically saying you giving them all this extracurricular love on top of your actual service.
Yes.
So you do your own shampoos, they get a drink, aromatherapy, and they getting, now when we say lace,
and
is
you
that
also get a therapy session, because one thing about my clients, they can tell you everything that they tell me stays with me in the shop.
And then you get confidentiality here.
And the things that my clients have told me, they would never repeat, even to people who they're related to. And also, they would never have to worry about me going to tell everybody else. And for me, I feel like that's so important, because now it's no longer about the hair service. I'm going to come in and I'll look good, but I'm able to vent without judgment. And that is big for women.
Sound like a chaplain, don't you? So you
but
really.
that's big for women.
Oh, that's definitely big. I mean, that's big in general, but to have that service, I mean, because the barbershop, especially if you got a good barber, like, yo, what happened, yo? Like, lean to the side, yo, shorty, yo, you gotta stop moving your head. Hold on, let me get this up first. And like, yo. But at the barbershop, we go around to everybody that's in at the moment. So sometimes, because that's just how fellas do it.
But that's why you do by appointment only. And I feel like a barber can do by appointment
definitely.
only. But you have to be willing to sacrifice. Because as a person who does by appointment only, that means if I'm charging $5.90 for one client and I do that for 3 people, I've already calculated what I made that day. A barber takes walk-ins, so he's going to have to think about what he's going to miss out on. But when you charge your worth and you do by appointment only, you're not missing out on nothing. So you can be by appointment only, but you have to be willing to make that sacrifice.
So let me ask you this, because now I'm one of those people, I ask technical questions for those people who also actually hear what you say, they lock in on those keys, and then you want something to be a vehicle to go to the next step. So what type of apps do you use when you book your appointments? Are you doing this through a specific service, or they call you and you really handwrite it into a ledger?
I don't use apps. When my clients contact me, they contact me through text because you're starting that personal connection. You contact me, and normally my wording is based like, what do you want? How would you like it? When would you want to do it? Then they let me know that, and then I say, what's your email? Let me send you the invoice. You have to kind of put the person in control. When you tell someone, go read the link in my bio, you can book on there. Don't ask me no questions. I'll see you at your appointment. It's like, damn, the person's gonna come, but it's like, I don't feel the love. But when you personalize everything, and I can text you, people have told me like, you're talking to me. Stylists don't talk to me. And I'm like, stylists don't have the same goal in mind that I do.
Right.
You know, I'm available for you 24/7. You know,
as long as it is within the ramification of your appointment times. You have specific slots, or with your specific.
I mean, you're gonna book for a specific time, but like you can text me at 2 a.m. If I wake up to go pee, so the weirdest thing is like I wake up between the hours of like 3 to 4 a.m. every single day, and I usually use that as my time to like pray. So I'll reply to text messages at that time. And they'll be like, oh wow, I texted you at 11. I was already asleep. But now that I'm replying to you, it's like, I didn't know you would reply to me. That's crazy. Oh wow. Yeah, now I really want to book. You just make that person feel.
You feel right. Now they feel like they in like homegirls.
There we go. But not like a person who be like, oh, I'm going to reply to that 7 a.m. I don't do that. I reply immediately when the person texts me if I'm able to.
So ladies, if you booking with Becky, if you booking with Becky, you better bet that she's gonna answer that text. She's really gonna get into it.
Yeah. And then you have women. They need that because they could be going through a divorce. They could be having a mental breakdown.
That's why they message you so early or late in the morning.
Yeah, because I have a lady like one time she told me after an appointment I was really going through it mentally and I was gonna take my life. But coming to the appointment made me feel different because I was able to vent to you and you told me something different than what I thought I knew. And I saw life differently.
Yeah.
So when you have that and you're able, it's just not about the money. You have to, you know. But even though it's not about the money, you still got to charge for your time.
So as I'm walking to the camera, because we live on set as you can see, you know, we out here on top of the thing. Oh yeah, we in there. We've been pretty much going into our 10th minute.
Yeah.
But since you saying you have people, since she's a chaplain, a therapist, a counselor, a mediator.
Right.
So when was there, or has there ever been, since you carry such a tight shop, she got her joint lined up, don't she?
Yeah.
Like it's a strip.
Exactly.
You run a good strip.
Uniform.
You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. Has there ever been a time when you got into a verbal disagreement with a client and had to let her know who's the boss, and B, Has there ever been a time where you didn't lace somebody with Becky's best?
Yes. And the reason being. So. Okay. So when I always say I leave it up to the person, a lot of people when they contact me for services, they don't really know what they want.
Correct.
So what they think that you're understanding is not really what they're saying because they have no clue what they really desire. So I'm gonna book a service with you. I'm telling you what I want. Prime example: a girl wanted a frontal, which is the ear to ear. She wanted the baby hairs, but in the text messages she told me she wanted a closure. Everybody knows that closures don't go ear to ear. You can just get rid of the part.
Okay.
Like what I have.
Okay.
I don't have lace all the way around because if I did, I would have baby hairs. It would look more natural. So she came in and she was like, "This is not what I want." But being the person that I am, there's a sequence and a way that I talk to people where you can't go and dispute what you're saying to me because I'm gonna trip you up, right? And I'm not doing it. I'm doing it intentionally, but not really on purpose. It's more so I can protect my business. So with me always asking you what you want, how you want to do it, when you want to do it, right? You told me you wanted a closure. You gave me the length, the hair type that you wanted. You came in and said you wanted a frontal. That's not what you asked for. So you now cannot go into your bank and dispute it. Because I did what you asked me in the text messages. And if you did a dispute, I would send that dispute to the bank. Because I did what you asked. So this is why you have to be educated and protect yourself as a business owner. You know, because a lot of females, they see a style, they don't really know what it is. The way they communicate that with you may not be correct. But you, as the business owner, what can you tell that person? Like, oh, I'm not going to say, oh, I fucked up, I'm sorry. No, I did what you asked me to do.
You did what you did was asked of you, and that's what.
And it's in black and white.
It's in black and white.
So, and then I also have a contract which goes with the invoice. So you're not following the dispute. What you paid is what you paid.
We'll check the camera again because we about to get into.
But I think the camera's fine.
I think it has a cutoff at 15 minutes, and then I have to re-engage it. That's all. I just don't want it to be a hot button issue, and you say something and we miss it because I know if it's real good, you ain't gonna say it but one time.
Yeah.
We try and make sure we got it together.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. It's interesting because we downtown. You're not from here. What was it like transitioning from where your hometown and coming to our city? Like, were you culture shocked?
I mean, it was a big difference because, like, the way you guys talk.
All right, let's stop there first. Are we cool now? Is our dialect cool? Our lingo, whatever you want to say, how we giving it up?
It is. It's your own individual identification that everyone in the DMV knows when a person is from Baltimore. Yeah. It's
right. So where in the DMV are you from?
Montgomery County. Yep.
Do y'all have do you guys have like your own slang or
yeah,
lingo?
we say Mo, Jolite.
I thought that was DC.
Nah, so like Silver Spring, PG County, DC, we all kind of have the same lingo. Now, when you get into DC, they have a little bit more.
There's a few other little things that's not the
but
same.
like we all say Jolite, kill Mo, nah, son, like yeah, we're not calling each other dummies.
It's a term of endearment.
Right, and for the benefit of the doubt for Baltimoreans, every person don't necessarily run with the dummy lingo. We got a few different little lanes, but right now in the youngins and the youth, and then there's a few clothing lines. I think Moose got something called dummy, but it's DUMI, and when it's an acronym. So but when we look,
I heard one song from him.
He's actually really popular.
That what is it? Rule number 2.
The rules, yeah.
Because the girl he had in that video is actually my client.
So one of Moose's clients is Young Moose's clients is one of your.
One of my clients.
Yeah, that's good people. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So she's actually one of my clients, and she's in that video.
And that's why her hair looked so good in there.
I was like, okay, rule number 2, go to Lace with Becky.
Lace with Becky. She doing the girls video from the videos that we see here.
Yeah.
I mean, look where we at. We in a good place, you know. You've obviously brought Montgomery County to Baltimore and been able to capitalize.
Right.
So is your hustle a Montgomery County hustle, or is it because your roots is from somewhere else?
I feel like my hustle with doing hair and beauty is a me hustle, because that's something that I love and enjoy. Like, I went to college. When I went to college, I was doing everything.
Where'd you go?
Hair. I went to Allegheny, and then I went to Frostburg.
Okay, beautiful. Okay.
So I was doing everyone's hair on campus. I never went to class. Everyone can tell you that. I would literally be the party girl, and I'm going to get my hair done from her girl.
So that's you found the way to get to the bag. So everybody needed their hair done.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I really went to college was like I was pushed to go.
Because that's culturally something that a lot of people...
Yeah, so like my aunt, she's a criminal lawyer in D.C. She was raising me because my mom got deported. She did not want to raise me and be like, oh, having a family say, why isn't she in school? Because everyone in my family, they were lost.
No, they got deported to where?
So my mom got deported to Guyana.
Oh, she's from Guyana?
Yes.
A lot of people don't know where Guyana is because it's... I'm going to let you tell them.
So Guyana is in South America.
It's not in Africa.
That's Ghana.
That's Ghana. Thank you. I just wanted to do that because I had a friend and they kept saying Guyanese and they was confused. So it's like, it's more so they have more of a Caribbean feel. It's more like, you know, a lot more rice, but never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not Jamaican.
It's correct.
So I think people be confused.
Or Haitian.
Right. So people be confused because like it's just we're slaves. That's all.
That just got took somewhere else.
Took somewhere else, and you know.
It's more yuca instead
There
of
we go.
plantains. Right? You feel me?
Yeah,
You don't
so-
understand.
But it's right across from Brazil. So
it was the Portuguese colony?
yes.
Portugal.
So, but we don't really. I mean, some people do, but we speak most of broken English.
English.
Yeah.
For like Haitians broken French or
Haitians
or
speak broken.
French,
Yeah.
or Jamaicans is broken
Patois,
English.
uh-huh.
Patois is broken. There's
Yeah.
and then
So like for me, because of what we speak, I can understand Jamaicans.
right.
And we have certain foods that are the same but different names. But we're not Jamaicans.
Right. You probably have more common. They would probably have more common with the Dominicans because they have the same captors. Different tribes, same people.
But see, I think all like
And
Caribbean and foreign countries, we were all enslaved with different stuff. So you might meet a Jamaican person that looks Chinese, but they're Jamaican. You might meet a Haitian person that looks white, but they're Haitian.
And the Dominican
And they
that looks
speak,
dark.
yeah. So like for me, it's just like I wish my sister was here. So
Oh, you got a sister?
oh, it's 17 of us.
Oh yeah.
So
Your mother had 17 girls.
no, my dad.
Oh,
Yeah, we all have the same father, not the same mom.
Gotcha.
So I'm the lightest on my father's side,
Oh yeah.
but the darkest on my mom's side. And it's so weird because like one guy was able to do all of these things, but like my dad's probably the color of that fireplace,
That dark.
and he just made like if my sister was here, you could see how we're just completely different.
Oh, y'all all here in America? Or?
No, so I had London, Sweden, Belgium.
He was in the military?
No, he just had money, so he just
Oh.
traveled and he just was everywhere.
And then you felt so that's in your roots. You can't not have it.
Yeah.
It's a tool that you was built with.
So and that's what I keep telling people, when you come from a certain thing, it's not that my family handed anything to me, but it was like they wanted me to get it like the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be a lawyer, a doctor, an architect, a nurse, something. But for me, I was like, I'm not into any of that stuff. I like beauty. This, you have to do what you love.
Yeah.
Huh?
There we go. We doing pretty good too. We 19 minutes in.
You have to do what you love. And
You gotta do what you love.
Because I went against that, I wasn't supported. So my family till this day does not understand how I'm able to do all of this. How do I own? Because they kind of wash their hands for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're not doing it the legal way. I mean, hair is legal, but like you're not.
That's not the traditional.
Yeah.
You're not clocking in.
How?
Monday through
It's
Sunday.
2020. We going into 2023. What's this, fourth quarter of 2022?
It's about to be over.
Correct. It's ways to get monetized on social media.
Listen.
You can beat somebody to the guts. I mean, you can do hair. You can do nails. I mean, there's so many underutilized services that people don't realize could be $1 million services if they would just scale out. So it's like, it's just interesting, like camera work, artists. You know what's crazy though? A lot of rappers haven't been able to figure out how to connect their art with money. Like, you have an art. I feel like people who do hair and makeup, that's art, nails. Because you could look at the way a lady face is shaped and realize, sis, that 27 piece ain't gonna work for you.
And I don't even offer those.
See?
I feel like that is so ghetto. Like, you cannot book me for that. Don't book me.
You can't book her for the 27 piece.
I refuse to do that.
Oh my God.
That is tragic. But no, seriously, I think like as an artist, what you can do if you want to connect, show people your concept and how you go about writing songs. Cause like before, like I used to rap.
For real?
Yes. So I used to rap, right?
That's interesting.
And I had bars too.
Alright, so we're gonna have to find this out. We're gonna have to see this.
No, but I'm being serious. Like, but I wasn't
believe you.
supported because of my background and where I come from. So I completely just gave away with music.
What you mean? So you're saying you wasn't street enough?
Not that I was not street enough. It's that like when I was going to the studio with people I went to high school with, I would have to sneak out the house to go to the studio.
Oh, I see.
I was not given money to go get studio time, but like my friends were. Like one of my great friends, she wrote "Bitch Better Have My Money" for Rihanna, and she lives in Cali now. So like I went to an art school in Montgomery County.
Okay.
So like I'm truly talented. So it's like, but like my family did not embrace it. They didn't want to pour into that. They just did not believe that that's a career because
it's too lucky.
Yeah, they're stuck in the old school mentality of you have to go to college, work until you die, and then go to nursing school. Like it's not.
And nurses are overworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
The type of work they doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they still gotta play the LPN when they went through extra schooling. You still.
But like I have an aunt that's a nurse.
Right.
I live better than her, and she was one of the main people that was telling me like this is not a career. But you know, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why she never ever asked me because she went to my house.
Because it's a lot of generational curses that it look like you broke.
Mm-hmm.
It just feel like that.
Yeah.
You broke a lot of generational curses, and a lot of the people who had them curses in position is the ones that you just surpassed, and now they eating their words. They eating their words. You know how hard it is for somebody to push you into the ground and tell you never gonna be nothing, and then to have to look up and see you succeeded above them, and everybody else can see it and know it after they've gone around your back and told people that you wasn't gonna succeed. I'm telling you.
And the craziest thing, I recently had an incident, like, I'm not going to say too much, but, because he still got a case. So my uncle moved in with me for a little bit. When he came, because I went and picked him up to bail him out. When he came, he was like, your aunt be talking shit about you. She talks so much shit about you, and I can't believe that this is how you live. Why was she doing that? I'm like, I can't tell you why she was doing that, but I know she was not happy for me. So she's a nurse, like she works at Holy Cross Hospital in Montgomery County. For her to always be talking about me, wanted me to follow in her footsteps when I'm living better than her. But till this day, she would not acknowledge what I do.
She won't acknowledge you do because she doesn't feel like it fits with the narrative that she gave to you.
Right.
She put you in a box with a slot, and you didn't follow that.
Right.
So until
and my uncle was confused.
Yeah.
He was like, what? Where you live at?
Our generation, it's gonna be our generation that's gonna expose a lot of the BS that they, a lot of extra baggage that we didn't need. that we still beat. And I celebrate you right now. That's why we here, because I can already tell that we're going to do this again. And the more, every time we do it, it's going to be something better. Because a lot of times people count out, even though you come from a place that might be foreign to me, I can feel like you probably could have been an underdog in your city. Like,
I was. Because the people who were sold into by their families, like I said, my one friend that wrote for Rihanna, she wrote for Usher, she also wrote for Kanye, right? I got another friend, she is a background dancer for J-Lo, she be on the VMAs, MTV. You know, like, these are people I went to school with, you know. This is where I come from. But I was always counted out because my family was not going to push me as much as they push other people.
I mean, look at you now, though. So it's like, the beauty of it is like you live in a beautiful place. You in a city, a underdog city, mind you, a hard-nosed city. It's still a beautiful city. I mean, from
and
where
I always say that. I always say that, like, Baltimore is a beautiful place.
We need more people like you.
Be focused and put in the work.
That's Chatlin's. You know what I'm saying?
Everything that you come from, just make it better.
No, you mentioned prayer early on, and how important is that for you to?
That's very important.
Did you grow up with that in your house? I know that you.
I grew up in a Muslim family.
Really?
But I'm not Muslim.
Okay.
I'm Christian.
Amen.
Because all the bad people that I know are
Muslims. Okay.
And I'm not trying to tell.
Although this is not that type of show, we can take it there because this is a part of your story. So it's like.
So I just know that, like, a lot of the things that I've been through that were, like, traumatizing, that were bad, that I've been through, and that people I was friends with, that they were going through at home, it came from Muslim people. Like, I had a friend, her father was really abusive to her mom. They're from Sudan. They were diplomats, wealthy, but father was always abusive to the mom.
Father was always abusive to the mom.
And then my dad, he's not a good person. So even though I came from money, my father used money to do the things that he wanted to do. So I've just always known Muslims to be that people. So I kind of wanted to be the opposite of that. Now I do know people get locked up and they go and find Allah. And I'll never take away from that because whatever he found at that time, that's what he found. But I just believe in my heart that I know that's not the way I wanted to go. Because I used to wear hijab, all of that. But that's not who I am. I never felt connected. And I can read the Quran from back to front. Because I was forced to. But that's not who I am. I just have no connection with it.
So when did you find Jesus?
I would say, like, so I moved to Atlanta after going to college. And I was like, you know what? This was like my rebellious era. I moved to Atlanta with my sister, one of my sisters. And she was in the streets heavy, like she was a model. So we went to Atlanta because she just thought she was just going to make it. And hanging around with her, like, I got into a lot of stuff. And, like, you know, I was living with Molly and all that stuff, just going crazy. But we got kidnapped in Atlanta. And when we got kidnapped, in the backseat of that car, I started praying. And I just kept saying, Jesus. And literally, with me saying that, I feel like that's why I'm here today. Because the guy who did this to us told me he was going to kill us. But because I was in the backseat praying, that's why he let us go.
He couldn't deal with what you was praying.
Yeah.
And you saw the actual change from that moment into.
Yeah.
We're going to do a separate show because this is something. Hold on. This is something that's deep because and this is why I do my show because you saying real stuff and this is we went from talking about doing business.
But it all ties in.
Correct.
Because every time I start a work day, I pray. I pray about the people I'm going to interact with. I pray about my hands. I pray about how I'm going to interact with them to make their service and what they pay for be worth it.
Definitely.
So.